Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The thematic breakout section Leading Change Through Legal Excellence, co-organized by the Hong Kong Trade Development Council and the Law Society of Hong Kong will begin shortly. Please make your way to your seats. 各位来宾，大家下午好。由香港贸易发展局及香港律师会合办的专题分组论坛“思辨、应变、求变，由法律领变”即将开始，请各位来宾尽快就座。This section will be conducted in English. Simultaneous interpretation is available. You may tune your headset to channel 2 for 普通话. If you do not have an SI headset yet, please kindly collect one near the room entrance. 以下环节将会以英语进行，同声传译耳机的频道2为普通话。如果阁下没有同声传译耳机，请移步到门口附近的服务柜台领取。During the section, if you have any questions for our speakers, you may scan the QR code displayed on the screen now or at the back of your name badge. Simply choose the section you are in and type your questions in the box and proceed to click the Ask button to send it out. Selected questions will be addressed at the Q&A sections towards the end. We would love to hear your comments and thoughts, so please kindly share your valuable feedback with us by scanning the QR code on the screen to complete a questionnaire. For Law Society members who wish to claim CPD points, please be reminded to sign in and out at the CPD counter located at the side of this main forum. Last but not the least, as a courtesy to all our speakers and other participants, please kindly switch your mobile phones or any electronic devices to silent mode. Thank you. Esteemed speakers, ladies, gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome back to the main forum for the thematic breakout session, Leading Change Through Legal Excellence. This section is co-organized by the Hong Kong Trade Development Council and the Law Society of Hong Kong. May I remind you that we will have a Q&A section after the discussion. So throughout the section, we welcome you to submit your questions to our speakers by scanning the unique QR code which may be projected on the screen later on. But now at this juncture, please join me in welcoming our guest speakers onto the stage. Our moderator, panel chair for this section is Dr. Thomas So, JP, past president and chair of Belt and Road Committee of the Law Society of Hong Kong. Welcome, Dr. So. Joining Dr. So on stage for the discussion, we have Mr. Roden Tong, President of the Law Society of Hong Kong. We also have Mr. Joseph Chan, JP, Undersecretary for Financial Services and the Treasury of Financial Services and the Treasury Bureau of the Government of the Hong Kong SAR. Welcome. Next, we have Mr. George Chow, Chief FinTech Officer of Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Welcome. Coming up next, we have Ms. Anna Liu, CEO of Hashkey Tokenization of Hashkey Group. Welcome. Last but not the least, we have Ms. Elizabeth Wong, Director and Head of FinTech Unit, Intermediaries of Securities and Futures Commission. Welcome, Ms. Wong. Welcome our panel chair and panelists. Please be seated. Without further ado, we're going to have a fruitful conversation on stage. I would like to officially pass the time and also the stage to our panel chair, Dr. So. Over to you, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this thematic breakout session hosted by the Law Society of Hong Kong. I'm Thomas So, past president and chairman of the Belt and Road Committee of the Law Society of Hong Kong. The Law Society of Hong Kong has been organizing the annual Belt and Road Conference since year 2017. It is the first of its kind dedicated to exploring opportunities and addressing challenges brought about by the Belt and Road Initiative for the legal profession. This year, the Law Society is delighted to collaborate with the Hong Kong Trade Development Council for the first time to include its 8th Belt and Road Conference as part of the Belt and Road Summit 2025. This thematic breakout session marks the integration of our flagship legal event into the broader summit program. Today's theme is Leading Change Through Legal Excellence. This session offers a platform to discuss the evolving role of the legal profession in fostering cross-border collaboration and driving meaningful change. Under the One Country, Two System framework, Hong Kong maintains its own systems. It has its own common law tradition, independent judiciary, and bilingual legal framework position, which makes it a trusted bridge between mainland China and the international markets. We also benefit from a strong pool of international legal talent capable of handling foreign-related legal matters. With these unique advantages, Hong Kong is positioned as a center for international legal and dispute resolution services in the Asia-Pacific region, as outlined in the National 5-Year Plan. The legal profession in Hong Kong has a vital role to play in the Belt and Road Initiative. Law and legal services are closely intertwined with developments in financial services and technology in Hong Kong, particularly in light of emerging topics such as stablecoins and their regulation. This session will explore how legal and technological innovation can help advance Hong Kong's financial sector across the Belt and Road regions. Today, we are very honored to have with us a distinguished panel of experts who can provide valuable insights on this topic. And I shall introduce each of the speakers before they speak in the interest of time. And I look forward to a thought-provoking discussion. Without further ado, let us now begin with our first speaker, Mr. Roden Tong, who is the president of the Law Society of Hong Kong. He joined the Law Society Council in 2016, was elected vice president in 2021, and has served as president since 2025. Prior to transitioning to an in-house role in 2007, Mr. Tong practiced privately with a specialization in litigation and dispute resolution. He is currently the chief executive of Berkeley Insurance Company with a strong focus on financial lines and specialty insurance. Mr. Tong, please, you have 8 minutes.
Distinguished guests, fellow speakers, friends from Belt and Road economies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a privilege to join you at this pivotal moment, the 8th Belt and Road Conference, marking the 12th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative. In Chinese tradition, a 12-year cycle signifies renewal and transformation. Today, we gather not only to reflect on the past, but to chart the course forward through legal excellence. The theme of this session, Leading Change Through Legal Excellence, resonates deeply with Hong Kong's legal community. In our tradition, we speak of Sikbin, understanding change, Yingbin, adapting to change, and Kaobin, driving change, principles that are foundational to both the Belt and Road Initiative and the legal profession. The Belt and Road Initiative is no longer just about infrastructure. It is about connectivity, trust, and cooperation. In this evolving landscape, legal services are the bedrock of stability. Hong Kong's legal system, rooted in common law, offers a unique advantage. As the only common law jurisdictions within China, Hong Kong provides legal certainty, predictability, and a trust framework for international cooperation. This was reaffirmed in the second agreement concerning amendment to the Mainland Hong Kong Coastal Economic Partnership Agreement, Agreement on Trade in Service, CIPA Agreement number 2, signed between the Ministry of Commerce and the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region government in October 2024 and implemented in March 2025 this year. The agreement introduced, among other things, 2 measures regarding the promotion in the use of Hong Kong law and Hong Kong's arbitration services in the Greater Bay Area. First, Hong Kong invested enterprise registered in Shenzhen or Zhuhai may adopt Hong Kong law as the applicable law in contracts. Second, Hong Kong invested enterprise registered in the 9 cities in the Greater Bay Area may choose Hong Kong as the seat of arbitration. These measures indicate the recognition of Hong Kong's common law system and arbitration services by the central authorities, which significantly enhance Hong Kong's role as a legal gateway for mainland enterprise engaged globally. Adapting to change. Change is constant. Adaptability is essential. Hong Kong's legal system is built to evolve. Our courts are independent and respected globally. Our legal framework is robust, bilingual, and internationally aligned. These attributes make Hong Kong a super connector and super value adder, linking mainland enterprise with global markets and vice versa. Whether it is about commercial transactions, dispute resolutions, or risk management, Hong Kong's legal professionals are well equipped to handle the complexities of barrel and roll projects. We don't just respond to change, we anticipate it. Let me turn to an area where legal innovation is leading to change, stablecoins. The emergence of stablecoins represent a paradigm shift in global finance. The potential for cross-border payments, trade finance, and financial inclusion is immense, but only if backed by a sound legal framework. Hong Kong has taken a bold step forward. The stablecoins ordinance, passed in May this year, 2025, established a licensing regime for fiat reference stablecoin issuer. It sets clear standards for reserve management, stabilization mechanisms, and anti-money laundering compliance. This positions Hong Kong as a global hub for compliant digital asset development. Legal professionals in Hong Kong and already shaping this space, advising issuers, resolving disputes, and crafting smart contract framework. Institutions like the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center offers world-class arbitration service tailored to digital and crypto-related matters. IP asset trading and financing in Hong Kong could be another potential driving force. IP assets include copyright, trademarks, patents, and designs, etc. Promoting the valuation of these intangible IP assets to realize their market values could be explored in order to match with this driving trend. Securitizing high-value IP asset offers a powerful avenue for monetizations and has gained momentum in jurisdictions such as Singapore and mainland China, including Shenzhen and Shanghai. Building on the above, tokenizations of IP assets blockchain technology could also be explored. Legal excellence is not just about technical proficiency. It is about vision and leadership. To strengthen cross-border ties, the Law Society serves as a bridge between the legal and business communities, connecting the East and the West. We have signed 51 memorandum of understanding with 48 overseas lawyers associations and international legal organizations worldwide. Today, our membership includes around 1,600 registered foreign lawyers from 30 jurisdictions, giving us a broad understanding of diverse legal systems and global best practice. Earlier this year, the Law Society of Hong Kong joined the Chief Executive's delegations to Qatar and Kuwait, signing the Memorandum of Understanding to deepen legal cooperations with our counterparts there. As for Qatar, our efforts in forging connections with Qatar courts started years ago. We have also visited other Middle East countries and cities such as Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt in recent years. and signed MOUs with the Dubai International Financial Center Courts and the Egyptian Bar Association in May and October last year, respectively. This partnership reflects our commitment to supporting Belt and Road economy through trust legal mechanisms. The Middle East's rapid embrace of fintech and digital assets presents exciting opportunities. Hong Kong stands ready to collaborate, offering legal expertise, dispute resolutions, and regulatory guidance. As President Xi emphasized, the rule of law and technological innovations are pillars of sustainable development. Hong Kong, under one country, two systems, is uniquely positioned to uphold these values. As we begin a new zodiac cycle, let us reaffirm our commitment to legal excellence, not just as a response to change, but as a driver of progress. Rather than simply responding to change, let us remain committed to shaping it through thoughtful legal framework, professional integrity, and collaborative spirit. Thank you, and I wish you all a rewarding conference and a meaningful exchange of ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for telling us the unique advantages of Hong Kong lawyers and also different areas of work that you have identified alongside the development of digital assets and also the international outreach of Hong Kong lawyers. Thank you. So without further ado, allow me to introduce our second speaker, Mr. Joseph Chan. Mr. Chan was appointed the Undersecretary for Financial Services and the Treasury in HKSAR government in August 2017. Prior to joining the government, he has many years of senior executive experience in the banking industry and held multiple roles in a number of public and professional bodies. Mr. Chan, please.
Good afternoon. Well, first of all, thanks Law Society for hosting this panel. It's my great pleasure to be here today. I know that, Thomas, I got 8 minutes, right? So I'll time it right here. Well, for the next 8 minutes, I want to first share with you the overview of Hong Kong's position as a leading financial center. Because I think it sounds a bit cliche because we hear that punchline here and there, but I want to share with you really in different aspects, different segments, how we have been doing. And then in the later part, I would like to share with you how we can apply them and use our platform and our strength in serving the Belt and Road economies. Well, to begin with, right, I would sum it up that our strength as a financial center under one country, two systems. On one hand, under one country, we provide preferential access to the mainland China market, right? This is a market that we're talking about the second largest economy of the world, and it grew at around 5% per annum over the last 2 years. If you look at other financial centers in the world, London, New York or so, we all have international access, but Hong Kong, we uniquely offer that opportunity. And then under two systems, right? We have the common law legal system, we have our currency freely convertible in Hong Kong dollars, capital is free flow in Hong Kong with a simple and low tax regime. This core competitiveness, you can hardly find such combination in Asia, but we have it. So under one country, two system, that's basically the backbone of our strength. And indeed, it also spells out the fact that we offer financial security and financial safety. The link exchange rate system has been in place since 1983. So over the last 4 decades or so, we always stand by our commitment, be that the Asian financial crisis in 1998, September 11 in 2001, or the global financial tsunami in 2008. We always stand firm with the free convertibility of Hong Kong dollars and the capital free flow system in Hong Kong as well. Vis-a-vis, many other Asian economies might have direct or indirect pressure on capital flow. Indeed, it's actually backed by our foreign reserve, which is ample, as you see on the screen, right? We're talking about 431 billion US dollars, which is hovering around 1.6, 1.7 times of a monetary base over the years or so. So it provides a very good platform in terms of financial stability. And in fact, I joined the government in 2017. Since then, I observed that our total bank deposit went up every single year. And last year, it went up by over 7% again. So indeed, we have a very resilient banking system, and that's the backbone of doing business. Riding on that, of course, we are here talking about the legal system as well under law society, and of course under the rule of law index, we're talking about right up there among the Western economies, right? So in terms of, I think now we are ranked number 23 in the world. If I remember correctly, I think number 21 was France, 24 was Spain, 26 was the United States. So we rank right up there among the Western economies. So we're very well respected as a business location from that aspect. Now, simple and low tax regime, I really have to highlight that. It's not just about the low tax rate, but the fact that our tax system is very transparent, very predictable, and very certain as well. This combination is very important, right? Because for businessmen, it's not just about low tax rate for 1 year or 2 years, but about developing a long-term business that you have the certainty how the tax and the cost of doing business like. And the fact that under the competitiveness report, we rank number 2 in the world in terms of tax policy, and that says it all. Now, just now I talked about the competitiveness. So you might ask me, okay, Joseph, how exactly do we do, right, in the financial sector? Now, apart from the fact that you always hear the ranking of Hong Kong being number 3 in the world, number 1 in Asia under the Global Financial Center Index, I would like to share with you that indeed under different pillars per se, we have been doing very well. On the equity market, this year we ranked number 1 in the world today for the first 8 months at the moment in terms of fundraise through IPO. For bond market, last year we again ranked number 1 in Asia in terms of the amount of Asian international bond issuance, and that's the 17th consecutive year that we topped the league table in the region. When it comes to risk management, our insurance density ranked number 2 in the world and number 1 in Asia. And actually for the long-term business, for the new policy premium, we saw a 20% growth last year as well. And of course, being the international financial center of our country, offshore renminbi business is also key to our success. And at the moment, we are the biggest offshore renminbi center in terms of the liquidity pool that we own, and also the fact that last year we handled, talking about around 80% of the global offshore renminbi payment as well. In addition to capital markets, one very important pillar of our financial sector is the asset and wealth management business. At the end of last year, the total AUM for our asset wealth management business stood at around $4.5 trillion US, and that amount went up by 13%. If you look at the cross-border wealth business, at the moment, by AUM, we rank number 2 in the world, number 1 in Asia. Both a US consulting firm and a Swiss bank predicted us to take over Switzerland as the world's number 1 in the next year or 2. Indeed, if you look at the population of ultra-high net worth individuals, defined as people with over $30 million US investable asset, as a city, we rank number 2 in the world. Number 1 is New York, number 2 is us, and number 3 is Los Angeles. So we rank right up there, and that explains also why we have such a robust family office business. In Hong Kong, as of the end of 2023, we had over 2,700 single family offices. As we heard from the market feedback, that number kept going up over the last year and a half. So we expect that number to be close, if not over 3,000 already by now. If you look at other bucket, hedge fund, we have the biggest AUM in Asia. Private equity, we are the second largest in Asia, just behind mainland China. But of course, mainland China is the different type of regime with capital control. So talking about capital free flow, we top the league table as well. And the last thing I'd like to share on this is when you talk about Belt and Road, green finance is very important, right? Because there are a lot of projects, a lot of infrastructure. They would like to have a green capital supporting the green transformation of the economy and those green projects as well. And over the last few years, we topped the league table in Asia in terms of issuing green and sustainable bonds. We account for about 45% of the market share. So I would say so far, with different pillars, we are indeed leading the game. And why it is important and why I explain this background to you is that means with our professional service in terms of asset management, capital formation, be that bond, equity, IPO, private equity, so on and so forth, we can use our strength to serve the Belt and Road economies and help them get the financial services they need. Moving on, I reckon both George and Elizabeth are going to talk about fintech and digital asset a little bit more, so I skip that. I'll stay them for Q&A. But in terms of Belt and Road, here's some background. I'm conscious of time, so I'll let you read through the slide, but I want to share with you some actual deals and data, which I think are very interesting. Well, first of all, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, over the last 2 years, we have been successfully including more and more exchanges from Belt and Road into our list of recognized stock exchanges. So now Saudi Exchange, Indonesia Stock Exchange, Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, Dubai Financial Market, and the Stock Exchange of Thailand are already on our recognized stock exchange list, meaning that companies listed in the main markets of those exchanges are enabled to get second listing here in Hong Kong, giving them a full play to Hong Kong's unique advantage in terms of capital formation. And indeed, we see that over the years, Hong Kong is actually the preferred destination for Southeast Asian companies when they choose overseas IPO, because during the time between 2014 to 2023, out of the 163 Southeast Asian companies listing overseas, 83 of them, so over half of them, actually chose Hong Kong. Indeed, that's also reflecting the fact that we have always got a very good kind of connection with the ASEAN market. Of course, when we talk about Belt and Road, it's more than just ASEAN, right? For example, a notable listing related to Central Asia just happened last month when the company, when the natural resource company from Kazakhstan was listed here. Not only it was a listing, it was actually the first simultaneous listing on HKEX and also the Astana International Exchange together, and also it's the first renminbi-denominated stock from Central Asia as well. So it is an to break through a new page of cooperation between the financial markets of Hong Kong and Central Asia. Well, earlier on I talked about capital markets more than just equity, but also bonds as well. Indeed, just last week, the Development Bank of Kazakhstan also issued a 2 billion renminbi dim sum bond in Hong Kong, which is the first renminbi bond issued by government-owned entity from Central Asia. Now, I talk about Southeast Asia, I talk about Central Asia. Of course, Middle East is a very important partner as well. Indeed, back in 2023, we already have the Asia's first exchange traded fund tracking the Saudi market being listed in Hong Kong. So it happened like about 2 years ago. And then last year, the first ETF tracking Hong Kong stocks indices got listed on Saudi Exchange in 2024 on October. So and in terms of scale, it was actually the largest ETF in the Middle East, and that is actually tracking our Hong Kong shares. And our strength is more than just bonds, just stocks, and just ETF, and also a combination of those as well. So indeed, earlier this year in May, the first ETF tracking the performance of Saudi Sukuk, like the Islamic bonds, was also listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So you will see that, I think, in terms of collaboration, in terms of connection of our capital markets have already been happening, and I believe more will come. I reckon the 8 minutes are up, so the last thing I want to say before I can speak again during Q&A is that we have a full-fledged of financial services offering, right, in terms of bond, equity, funds, ETF, and also later on green finance, fintech, so on and so forth. There are a lot of opportunities, and I think as the network and also the connection between Hong Kong and the Belt and Road economies got strengthened, it will present a lot more business opportunities for every one of us. And also it's the strength, and also it's the role, and in a way I would say it's the responsibility of Hong Kong as a financial institutions to serve and to help develop the economies of other countries around Belt and Road and well. So on this, I'll pass on to the next speaker. And once again, thank you very much for this opportunity to speak with you, and I look forward to the panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. It's a very, very eye-opening section, particularly, you know, for me, I'm a dispute lawyer. There's a lot of terms and stuff that you mentioned is new to me. I'm quite sure many of our fellow members sitting around here who are like me. There's a lot for us to learn from this session. Without further ado, let me now introduce the next speaker, Mr. George Chow, Chief FinTech Officer, Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Mr. Chow joined Hong Kong Monetary Authority in 2009 and was appointed Chief FinTech Officer in September 2023. He is responsible for facilitating the healthy development of Hong Kong FinTech ecosystem and promoting the city as a leading FinTech hub in Asia. Prior to joining Hong Kong MA, Mr. Chow held various roles in the private sector of the financial industry for over a decade. Mr. Chow, the floor is yours.
Hi, good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be here today. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Law Society of Hong Kong for the invitations. I understand today we have so many lawyers here, and as far as I can recall, I never seen so many lawyers at the time in my life. So I kept reminding myself the whole day today I have to speak very carefully today. So I'm not sure whether I can do that. So. Put the joke aside, the legal community actually plays an indispensable role in the functioning of the, of our financial system, ensuring contracts are enforceable, rights are protected, and the system operates within the rule of law. So I was actually very impressed by the speech from Mr. Roden Tong about the achievements made by the Law of Society. So as the Hong Kong central banking institutions, the Hong Kong shares the same foundational objective to build and maintain trust in our monetary system, trust in our markets, and increasingly trust in innovative financial technologies. So today I would like to take you through our journey of driving responsible innovation, particularly in the fields of fintech and tokenization, and share how we are harnessing new technologies while safeguarding stability and public trust. In recent years, we all witnessed a remarkable transformation in the digital finance landscape. Hong Kong is dedicated to reinforcing its position as an international financial and fintech hub by embracing the potential of emerging technologies such as blockchain, tokenization, and DLT. These technologies hold promises for enhancing the traditional financial system by enabling innovative products and services. They may also contribute to making financial operations more efficient and productive, providing linkages to the real-world assets and boosting the real economy. But that said, these technologies may pose new risks to the financial stability and may give rise to new consumer protection issues. As a regulator, we are committed to promoting responsible innovation, which is about a balance between innovation and risk. To give an example, blockchain technology has the potential to serve as a key enabler for innovative financial solutions through unlocking new use cases that were not possible before. For instance, blockchain can support peer-to-peer transactions without the need for traditional financial intermediaries. It can also help make supply chains more transparent, allowing companies to track products from origins to consumers in real time. To explore the full potential of these technologies and foster the healthy development of the fintech ecosystem in Hong Kong, the HKMA established the Financial Fintech Facilitation Office in 2016. This initiative marked the beginning of an active exploration into the applications of blockchain and tokenization technologies. Since then, we have adopted an hands-on approach with a firm belief that direct engagement with the industry is the only path to truly grasp the intricacies and expertise required to integrate those innovations effectively and responsibly. Our direct engagement involved prototyping, piloting, and collaborating with banks, technology firms, academia, and many other industry stakeholders, both locally and internationally. By actively engaging and experimenting with the technology, we aim to gain a deeper understanding on their practical benefits and bring transformative impacts in real-world scenarios. This commitment to innovation led us to launch the Project Lion Rock in 2017, followed by several wholesale and retail tokenized money projects. As our journey continues, we witnessed significant progress and innovation in the private sector regarding asset tokenization, and therefore we are also exploring the applications of tokenization in the broader realm of finance with Project Ensemble, which was launched in last year, bringing together leading experts and industry pioneers, a collaborative envision, design, and implement a robust tokenization ecosystem for Hong Kong. Let's now zoom into the Project Ensemble. So under the project, we have established the architecture community to foster collaboration among the HKMA and the industry. The architecture community brings together industry participants, regulators, and innovators from both local and international spheres. It also serves as a collaborative platform for regulators, banks, as well as key players from the digital asset and tech industries to engage early and explore the use cases for tokenized asset in a controlled environment, which is an essential testing ground for responsible innovation, allowing us to forge a new idea and accelerate our transformation path with accountability. So we are now working together to establish interoperability standards for Hong Kong's tokenization ecosystem and experimenting 20 tokenization use cases through the Ensemble Sandbox, spanning across 4 main themes, which are fixed income and investment funds, liquidity management, green and sustainable finance, and trade and supply chain finance. This effort aims to facilitate the full cycle of a tokenized asset transactions, from the creation and trading of tokenized asset through payment and settlement using tokenized deposits to final interbank settlement. So going forward, the HKMA is prepared to advance the project to the next stage, moving from proof of concepts, prototyping, to real value transactions at scale for digital assets, such as bonds and money market funds. Through our journey in pursuit of financial innovation, some key learnings have come to light. First, we learned that applications of fintech extend beyond the simple convergence of finance and technology. It is actually an interdisciplinary subject that intersects with various fields such as law, sociology, political science, economics, and more. And this underpins the collaborative efforts among different players in the ecosystem, locally and globally. The second thing we learned is that the rapid pace of technological innovation requires us to adopt a flexible and adaptive mindset. In an environment where change is the only constant, we should remain open to new ideas and solutions that address real-world challenges. The openness not only allows us to harness emerging technologies, but also position us to identify and capitalize on opportunities that can drive meaningful change in the financial landscape. For instance, through our experiments in the Ensemble Sandbox, we are actively exploring innovative business models that leverage tokenization to enhance operational efficiency and accessibility. One example in our experiment on tokenizing the revenue streams of electric vehicle charging stations, which may facilitate more efficient financing options for charging infrastructure, and in the long run, encourage investment in green technologies and promote sustainable practices. As we move forward, the HKMA will remain dedicated to build a robust and responsible digital finance ecosystem that benefits all stakeholders and contributes to the sustainable growth of Hong Kong's economy. Active engagement from all sectors, including the legal community, is essential for the interactive and iterative process of responsible innovation, ensuring that it is firmly anchored in sound and robust legal principles. Your insights, experiences, and expertise will be invaluable as we continue to unlock the potential of digital finance and to create a more responsible, efficient, and sustainable financial ecosystem. Finally, I look forward to the exchange ahead, and I hope that you all find this discussion coming ahead productive and inspiring. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us your insight and description on various projects undertaken by the regulator, Hong Kong MA. I particularly like the word responsible innovation and transformation because it strikes me in terms of what we do in other industry, that whatever we do, we need to do it responsibly, like running a law firm, handling a case, dealing with a client, like the innovation technology. If you're not being responsible, you might leave a lot of problems for other people to pick up and solve. So I like that word. Thank you, Mr. Chow. Now we have heard from the government, from the regulator, and I think it's about time that we hear from the private industry sector. The next speaker, allow me to introduce Ms. Anna Liu, who is the CEO of HashKey Tokenization in HashKey Group. Ms. Liu joined HashKey Group in 2018 and is now the CEO of HashKey Tokenization. Anna has over 10 years of experience in private equity and investment funds, cross-border investment, M&A, Hong Kong and overseas capital markets, with a focus on financial innovation, fintech, and the internet sector. The time is all yours, Ms. Liu.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cho, Dr. So. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed legal professionals, and friends from across the Belt and Road community. It is a great honor to be here today to discuss the crucial connection between law, digital asset, and the Belt and Road Initiative. As the representative of HashKey Group, I would like to offer a practitioner's perspective on how innovation is reshaping the financial landscape, particularly within the dynamic digital asset sector. At HashKey Group, we have proudly rooted ourselves in Hong Kong since 2018, investing heavily in talent and infrastructure needed to develop the city into a global digital asset hub. We are committed to driving the massive adoption of blockchain technology and building a secure and compliant bridge between traditional finance and the digital asset world. Operating across multiple financial centers, Singapore, Tokyo, UAE, we maintain Hong Kong as our base. The Belt and Road Initiative is fundamentally about connectivity, a vision that extends beyond physical infrastructure to unite finance, technology, and governance. Over the past year, global regulatory clarity on digital assets has advanced significantly, paving sustainable pathways for countries to realize this vision. Today, I will share insights on how law and innovation driven by market players like HashKey are forging this path. My journey began in law, where I learned that trust is the bedrock of finance and law is its cornerstone. But in the digital age, trust must be engineered. This is where blockchain comes in. It serves as the digital architecture that makes trust verifiable, transparent, and immutable. It is, in effect, a trust machine that operates alongside the legal framework, dramatically lowering the cost of establishing and maintaining trust. Hong Kong's mature common law system, guided by visionary regulators, has struck an exemplary balance between fostering innovation and ensuring robust accountability. This is legal excellence in action, and it is actively leading change. For example, the recent enacted stablecoins ordinance establishes a robust regulatory framework designed to ensure stability, transparency, and investor protection, laying the essential groundwork for the next phase of financial innovation. We view this regulatory clarity not as constraint, but as the key that